Today I'm going to show you how to light a fire with a completely dead, smashed open, no fuel lighter. I'm going to show you if you have a knife and if you don't have a knife. Sometimes we run into a situation where we don't have any fluid left in our lighter, but we have a spark. If you still have a spark, there's a way to do it. One of the things you're going to want to look for is some really fine tinder to get started with. There happens to be some cattails here. Cattails, when they produce the seeds like this, they'll often look like a hot dog, and you can break that open, but this one's already seeding out. So if you look inside there, that's some really fluffy material. So that's going to be pretty excellent for us to get a fire going with nothing but a dead lighter. Just gonna go collect a few more stages of tinder or kindling. So what you're going to want to do is take this dead lighter. Inside is what we often refer to as the flint that creates the spark. Most of these lighters, this is a Bic lighter, one of the best ones to carry, are designed so that the flint outlasts the fuel reservoir. So inside is actually a really small ferro rod. So the same things you see a lot of bushcrafters and people using a striking rod, except it's very small. So this spark isn't hot enough to ignite things in the same kind of way. But there's a way that you can get a fire going with it. I'm going to show you right now. So you want to roll the striker in it, but not let it spark, just so it grinds the rod inside. That will create a little pile of ferro rod sawdust on top of your tinder. Slowly drag it like that, but not such that it creates a spark just yet. If there is a child-proof thing here, you're going to want to remove that. As you can see, there's a little gray spot right there. Right there. That's dust from the flint, the little ferro rod that's inside the lighter. So that's what you want to do. You want to pile up a good amount of that, minimum 100 rolls on top of your tinder. Sometimes a bit more depending on the tinder you're using. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to use that spark that's in here to hit the dust that I just created. I have my other secondary fire stuff ready to go. There it goes. Now I'm going to show you how to do it without the cattails or anything like that, just using the lighter itself to start getting the flame, but you'll need a knife for this. So in this case, if you have a knife, what you're going to do is essentially create shavings of plastic, and you're going to make a pile of plastic off of the lighter. I find this is the fastest way to do it. This can actually be more effective than using natural tinder sometimes, because the natural tinder can be wet and plastic. It doesn't really absorb water, so it's always dry. So here's my pile of plastic shavings. You just want to make a pile of the flint shavings right on top of that plastic. That will create a little pile of ferro rod sawdust. Drag it like that, but not such that it creates a spark. Want quite a few strikes, 100, 200, but don't spark the flint. I think that should do it. I'm going to use that spark that's in here to hit the dust that I just created. I don't know if you can see, but there's a little plastic flame burning there. You can see it bubbling. Boom. There we go. It works. And that's how you get a fire going with a completely fuel-less, even smashed open fuel tank lighter. It's a little tedious way to get a fire going, but who knows? You're just out with friends and it's not an emergency, but that's all you have is a dead lighter that you find on the street or anywhere. So it's a way that you can get a fire going, and even if you have a lighter with no fluid. So, all right. And it could also save your butt. Oh, it's just nice to get rid of some of those mosquitoes.